Can I put the Mick back in a barbecue classic? Find out today on That's Rank. Welcome back to That's Rank. Did you know that it has been 10 years since McDonald's last offered the McRib sandwich in Canada? I'd get a cake, but I'd far rather have a succulent barbecue sandwich. McDonald's claims to keep the sandwich scarce because that is the entire brand of the sandwich. But 10 years is completely unacceptable. In the last 10 years, Larry King has probably been married like 4 times, and not at a single one of those weddings has he been able to have a McRib sandwich catered. Shameful. Purists are going to argue that this is not traditional barbecue, but they're totally wrong. Rene Arend was the chef who invented the McRib, and he came up with the idea after enjoying sandwiches that were slathered in barbecue sauce after a singular trip through Charleston, South Carolina. Charleston, South Carolina is also the site of the movie Swamp Thing. So there you go. The sandwich is every bit as real as the rack of ribs from which it comes. Grab your finest rack of pork ribs, or as it's labeled here, ground pork. This actually comes from the pork butt, but if you're not entirely sure where it comes from, you can figure it out pretty quickly by putting it through the twerk test. In order to give this the McRib feel, we're going to need to cut it into St. Louis style rib racks. Watch carefully, it's a bit of an art form. One of the visual traits of a McRib are the bone tracks that run through it, evidence that once upon a time these were fully boned patties. Fully boned also used to be my online dating handle. A knife should do the trick because it's about as wide and long as a bone. So now we've got a perfectly formed, very realistic looking rack of ribs. And if there's one thing any quality McDonald's chef knows, it's to season your low-grade materials until it's indistinguishable. I've got my proprietary secret blend of 2 herbs and spices. I'll give you a hint though, it's 50% salt. The other 50% is pepper. Our ribs are now more well seasoned than Robert De Niro and probably every bit as grizzled.
You talking to me?
We need these to maintain their special ribby shape, and the secret to doing that is to pop these into the freezer for about an hour so that they can become true to themselves. You should consider doing the same. But be true to yourself, that is. Don't pop yourself in the freezer. This is That's Rank, not cooking with Jeffrey Dahmer. Okay, so it's been about an hour. Our ribs have had a chance to fully firm up, and now it's time to get down to the cooking. The 2 staples of any good barbecue cook are fire and smoke, but of course we're doing this the McDonald's way. We'll be using the stovetop. Go ahead and set the burner to about medium-high. Place them in the skillets. Our goal is to give these a nice crust. Okay, these have had a while in the skillet now. If you take a look at them, they've got that beautiful brown color going over them. They're not cooked all the way through yet though. They did start from frozen. And the one thing I refuse to promote on this channel is botulism. I've gone ahead and set my oven to 400 degrees. Just want to make sure that these get cooked all the way through. Once that's done, we'll be able to start preparing our McRib. Yeah, take a look at that fantastic gray meat matter. You know we're in the final stages of pulling this all together now. You're gonna want a top quality barbecue sauce for this next step, so those McNugget packets that you've been saving in your car can finally be put to good use. You're going to want to set this on a bun with a ton of cornmeal. If your grocery store doesn't sell that, just order a Domino's pizza and rub a hot dog bun along the bottom of the pie. Toppings are of course key, and a true McRib comes with just 2 ingredients, pickles and onions. And in the event you have no idea where to buy pickles and onions, check this out.
Hi there, can I get for you?
Hi, I'm picking up an online order. Pick the toppings carefully off your quarter pounder and place it on top. Don't just throw them. This is a special sandwich. If I wanted garbage, I'd go to Burger King. Would you take a look at that? In all of its restructured meat glory. And yes, that's what they call it down at the McLabs. I'm sorry, if I can't unhear that, you can't unhear that. So good. It's the sauce, it's the pork, the onions, the pickles. Canada, you know what to do. We're having a federal election. Pressure your MP to bring the McRib back. And honestly, if your MP doesn't care, then pressure your McD. Pressure someone. And hey, if you enjoy the content as much as I enjoy making the content, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you want to see me make next, and we'll continue to be here with That's Rank.